Hey guys, so I am back today with another wig review. If you've watched any of my videos, you probably know those are one of my favorite types of reviews to do. I am all about some hair. So this is another one from RPGSHOW, and let's just get straight into it because this is different than any one I've ever owned before. She is blonde, very blonde. This is a platinum blonde unit. This unit is Sevenknows006. That is the name. It is a long, wavy platinum blonde with dark roots. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I first pulled this out of the box, I kind of freaked out a little bit just because of how dark of a contrast that is from the roots to the hair. I really just personally, I don't like harsh lines. Like, I like a good highlight, but I just like things to be well blended. So I'm a little bit nervous about this. However, when I do kind of like, you know, run my fingers through it, like I can see, you know, how it would look good, you know, like that, like well blended through there. So I'm gonna see what I can do with that before I go in and probably cut the lace. Worst comes to worst, I mean, I could probably lighten up these roots a little bit myself. Like, if I just don't like harsh lines. Like, I love highlighted hair, but I don't like anything too chunky. I just like well blended hair when it comes to my wigs. So the information on this unit, so like I said, this is Sevenknows006. The hair texture is silky. The length is 20 inches long. I love a long wig, just because, you know, it gives me room if I want to cut it later, to trim it, to cut off any ends that might split. I still have a lot of length left to work with. If you curl it, it still looks long. I'm just a long hair type of girl. The color, of course, is platinum with dark roots. The cap construction is a 13.6 glueless fit. This is the 2.0. Density is 200%. I love lots of volume. I like thick hair, so I always go with 200%. Now, this cap is different to me, and I'm excited about this change that they made. So these are the combs. Now, since I have a bald head, I don't attach the combs to anything, so usually I cut them out because otherwise they irritate my scalp. But what's interesting here is they've done this Velcro, so you can just remove these. You don't have to cut them out yourself and worry about cutting your lace or anything like that. So if you want to take them out, you can, and if you want to put them back in, you can. So that is really neat. I really like that upgrade. That's a really cool, innovative change, I think. So, like I said, though, I'm gonna go ahead and take these out because I'm not gonna need them. I'm not sure if I covered it, but this is transparent lace. I always get transparent since I'm fair complected. I'm going to fast forward through this. I'm just getting the wig on and situating it to get the placement just how it needs to be. When I do this, I'm just making sure the ear tabs are where I want them lined up on each side of my head, as well as making sure the cap is laying where I want it to be on my forehead. Okay, so this is the side part. Like, I don't typically rock a side part these days, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and restyle her. See, that bugs me. I don't like that. It's like one long dark hair. I don't know why that's there. Okay, but however, like when I do like this, I like that. That works for me. So maybe I just need to play with this part a little bit. But beautiful curls. The hair feels great. Feels very healthy. It's obviously very bouncy. Okay, so I'm gonna play with her a little bit more and let's see what happens. Okay, so I have gone in with my hot comb and just kind of run through this hair to kind of smooth out those curls. They were just a little bit too curly for me. And this is looking really good, I think. And also, it feels really good. I mean, I don't know what kind of processing they put this through to get it to platinum, but it feels great. I'm warming up to this. This looks good to me. The roots just kind of laying there in the box, it just looked like too much, but once it's on and it's kind of like you're styling it and you're playing with it, like it looks more like grown out hair. And it looks good. I like that. I can work with this, and since I'm good with it, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut the lace. Now remember, don't cut the lace if you're gonna send it back. If you wanna send it back, don't cut the lace. So since I am gonna keep this baby, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the lace. All right, so I've cut the lace. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to actually adhere this onto my head so I don't have this lace popping up like this. Okay, our lace melting spray is set. I've got my band, so I'm really just gonna give this like a couple minutes to dry down. Typically doesn't even need that long, but let me just find something to do in the meantime. Now I'm just going back with some makeup to touch up anywhere that might have gotten messed up from the band, as well as camouflaging where the lace meets my forehead, because you can tell even though it's transparent, it's just slightly darker. So we're just going to make that kind of sort of disappear here with that bronzer. She is all styled. I did add a couple of little layers here around my face. Now I don't always recommend cutting your own hair unless you're comfortable with it. You know what you're doing, whatever, it's up to you. Color is really growing on me. I'm getting accustomed to the dark roots. The more that I can kind of see the blending there, like the more I like it. It doesn't seem as harsh as it did when I was looking at it first out of the box. Wow, okay, yeah, I'm really liking that. I don't know if I'll end up toning it. I probably will at some point. I don't know if it's just the lighting in my room, but I'm kind of seeing like some yellowy tones in it, so maybe a purple shampoo or a toner would help with that. I get a look at it outside in the sunlight and see how that color looks. Let's go. Okay, I'm outside in the natural sunlight, and this is the color that we are getting. It's platinum, all right.